guys. So before I say anything else, I just want to say thank you guys all so much for 1 million subscribers. I literally cannot believe we finally hit this mark in my YouTube journey. I am so freaking happy right now that I could cry. I know every single YouTuber says this, but I would not be here without you guys. So thank you. I literally owe my whole life to you. So I love you guys with all of my heart. And as a special thank you, I have a 1 million subscriber giveaway contest thing happening. All you guys have to do is wait till the end if you guys want to find out more on that. I mean, you guys could also check the description box and skip to the end, but please watch this video. I worked very hard on it. So in today's video, we are going to be DIYing some Y2K and early 2000s era clothing trends. That is why I am dressed like this, but also I kind of dress like this all the time. So normally I would do a thrift flip, but because we are in the middle of a pandemic right now, their stores are closed. So I went to my good old Walmart, which I think is not that bad in my opinion, because the likelihood and the chance of you guys finding the same exact piece that I find at Walmart is very likely. That way you guys could follow the same exact tutorial and everyone wins. I love all these DIYs. I'm gonna stop talking and let's jump into it. We are kicking off this video with my beloved cow pants because I just love them so freaking very much. I picked these up from the men's workwear section and these are their painter pants. I really love the cargo pockets, the wide baggy style because it reminded me of the late 2000s era, and I just really like that loop thing on the side of the pants, which actually guys, I just looked it up. They are called a hammer loop, and I guess you put your hammer in the loop. Don't know, I should try it next time. And to be honest guys, these pants were like the only cool white pants in all of Walmart. Unfortunately, they were out of small sizes, so I opted for a 34 by 30 and I just took in the sides, which I will actually make another separate video on that because I love these pants so much that I might actually buy another pair just so I have a plain white set. The materials I used for this were a Sharpie, a paintbrush, some black paint. I'm using fabric paint, but you guys can actually use acrylic paint because it works just as well. Your white pants, of course, and a piece of cardboard. I used Pinterest for my cow print inspo because there are a lot of different prints out there. Since I've never actually painted cow print before, I used my Sharpie to draw out all the areas that I wanted to paint black, just so I had an idea of where I would start. Then from there, I just filled in those spots with my paint. The process, guys, is pretty simple. All you have to do is paint black blobs on your white pants. I also added spots on the seam where it bled from the front to the back just to make it a little bit more interesting. And when I was finished with a spot, I replaced the cardboard with some grocery paper that I got in the mail just so I could prevent any further bleeding. Then I used a smaller brush to make those cute tiny little cow spots that you see, and I also noticed that it looked a lot better and more realistic in my opinion when I added smaller spots and smaller curves to the edge of the large spots because I felt if I left them as just a blob, it would look too cartoonish. Then I just kept painting and painting my life away until I was happy with the print, and once the paint dried, I was all done. I was really tempted to add more spots, but then I realized if I added too many spots, then it would be a little overkill and could possibly look borderline cheetah print, so didn't want that. Cow print has literally been everywhere in all of the fashion trends lately, so I thought this would be a really fun DIY for you guys, and since everyone is tapping into their creative side, I thought it would be perfect, and plus to give you guys a break from all the tie-dye and bleach tutorials that you've been seeing all over your social media feeds. Alright, so now we have the front tie tops. This top is actually from the young girl section, which actually now that I'm looking at it, it's not
that bad for a regular top without DIYing it. It's like pretty cute. But you know what? That's not what we're here for. We are here to cut up this top. All you need for this is your girl's tee and matching ribbon, or whatever ribbon you think would be a cute color combo. I actually did a similar tutorial like this before in one of my videos, but this one is actually inspired from this top that I thrifted because I just love how the trimming went all around the neckline. It's so pretty. The first thing that you want to do is find the center of the top. So I matched up the top shoulder seams and the bottom side seams, and I made marks. With your ruler, draw a straight line down the center front. Then make a mark where you want your ties to be. Mine was approximately 7 inches from the bottom. Next, you want to take your ruler and draw a straight line from that mark up to the top of the collar on both sides. Then follow your lines to cut everything out, and your top should look something like this. Alright guys, now it's time to talk about ribbon. Ideally, you want to use a satin ribbon because it's soft and flowy and it just looks nice, you know? However, since everyone wanted to get crafty over this quarantine season, literally all the craft shelves were wiped clean. Like, why? How? And I was left with this really thick ribbon which was ribbed and is a lot more stiff and matte. You also want to get a thin ribbon that's 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch wide, and they only had 1.5 inch ribbon at Walmart. Can you believe that? Actually, yes, I take that back. I can believe that because Walmart isn't Michael's and their supplies are very limited. So if you have thick ribbon like me, you'll just have to cut it in half. Using your ribbon, measure out how much you'll need to trim your whole neck opening. I used about 50 inches of ribbon for my top. If you have to use wide ribbon like me, then go ahead and cut that baby in half. Mine ended up being 3/4 of an inch wide, which was exactly what I needed. After I cut it, my ribbon was fraying a little, so to prevent that, I just hit it with a lighter real quick at the end just to melt the strands that were loose. I actually like doing this because it's very satisfying to watch everything melt. If you guys end up doing this, please be careful or have a parent or guardian help you. Okay, so now you can take out your ironing board, or if you're like me and don't own an ironing board, then take out a pillowcase and a hard surface. So for this step, you want to iron your ribbon in half. This step is actually optional, however, it will save you lots of time and headache for the next step, so it's something that I definitely recommend. If you guys haven't caught on yet, you're basically making your own bias tape. I would have actually just purchased already made bias tape, but you know, I went to Walmart and they don't have that, and plus this option of using the ribbon is a lot cheaper. Once your ribbon is all ironed in half, take the edge of the top and sandwich it in between the ribbon and pin it in place. Do this until you wrap around your whole opening of the top. When I got to the end, all I did was cut off the excess and folded it inside. Next, I sewed everything down with a straight stitch using some matching thread, and I sewed as close as I could to the edge of the ribbon as possible. With the remaining half of the ribbon, fold it in half or in thirds until you have a thin string. This will be for your front ties. I'm folding mine in thirds because I wanted it to be pretty thin, and yes, I know that there's a sewing foot for your machine that actually does this for you, but you know, I just love doing the most and I just love making my life difficult. It's like one of my favorite hobbies of all time. So after you're done slaving over making your ribbon ties, sew them onto the front of your top and you are done. I was so obsessed with this top that I actually made one in navy as well, but I will be doing a giveaway with this one on my TikTok, so check my account to find out how to enter. These tops are perfect if your aesthetic is more soft versus edgy. And the great thing is that they're so stinking easy. I found these ribbon roses in the craft section for $3 and I immediately thought that they would be perfect to add to a basic tank top. So this is a basic men's rib tank that I got from Walmart that I cropped, and I just added one single rose to the center with a couple of stitches and bam, it looked so adorable. It was such a simple and easy transformation that I just just couldn't stop. I was so in love that I added it to so many other things. I added it to my lace bodysuit, another bralette that I got from Walmart, and some socks. Honestly, I probably would have added it to a lot more things, but I kind of ran out of things to add it to. The socks didn't come out as great as I expected after I styled them, but I think maybe it would look a lot cuter on some sneakers or some strappy sandal heels. Lastly, I want to show you how I transformed this basic Walmart bag into one of my favorite bags in my collection. Like, look at this bag. It's quite boring and the shape is pretty whatever. For this tutorial, I used mini rhinestones and bedazzler, which I got as a bundle on Amazon, this mini girl's purse, which I got at Walmart for like $8, and a thick leftover chain that I had from a previous project. Also, my nails were going through it like they have been this whole quarantine, so I'm so sorry. They're so ugly throughout this whole video. I apologize. The first thing I did was chopped off that strap because, honey, it was like way too long. It's just so unnecessarily long. Then I reattached the strap by hand stitching the end. And yes, you can see I'm using a pair of pliers to stitch it. When hand stitching thick material, I actually find it easier to use a pair of pliers instead of using my bare hands because it doesn't hurt and it gives you more strength than using a regular thimble. Next, I tackled the shape of the purse. I was just not feeling the oval shape and I wanted to make it more rectangle. So I turned it inside out and I made a stitch across the bottom. I also didn't stitch all the way across to the ends and just kept it in the middle because, you know, I just didn't really need it because it was gonna be inverted anyways. The next part, which is my favorite part, is adding the rhinestones. Ideally, just ordering a rhinestone applique on Amazon or Walmart.com would have been the easiest, but shipping is crazy right now, and I would have had to wait a whole month just to get it, so I just decided to add my own rhinestones and make my own design. I wanted to use the Playboy bunny, but if you guys don't want to do that, then I think adding a butterfly or a letter initial would be super cute too. I found this image on Google and then I just cut it out. Then with my Sharpie, I traced an outline onto the purse. And you also don't want to forget to trace the eye or else he'll be blind. This was my first time using my bedazzler tool, and girl, let me tell you, this is a game changer. I am so obsessed. It is so easy to use, and I don't even know why I didn't buy one earlier. So if you guys see me bedazzling way more things, not like I don't do that already, but if you see me bedazzling even more things, then you know why. However, if you don't have one, then you could always use E6000 glue and just regular stones. The kit was pretty affordable though, so I do recommend it, and it came with all of these stones that I'm using in this tutorial. And lastly, I added my thick chain, which I got in downtown LA when life was normal and the craft stores were open, you know, just the good old days. To attach it, I just used some giant jump rings and my pliers. And that, my rosebuds, is how I turned a basic girl's Walmart bag into a bad bitch Y2K, very aesthetic inspired bag.
Tutorials I have. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you guys do these DIYs, please tag me so I can see all your beautiful DIYs. So for the contest giveaway, I don't really know what to call it. Let's just call it a giveaway. So for my 1 million subscriber mark giveaway, I'm gonna be doing 2 separate giveaways. One is where I raid one of my subscribers' closets. So I actually got this idea from a subscriber in my comment section, and they suggested doing this for my 1 million mark. I'm so sorry, I can't remember who commented that, but thank you guys for the idea. I love it so much. I'm going to pick one winner to raid a closet, and then I'm gonna make them an outfit from one of their pieces for them. For the second giveaway, I'm going to be picking 2 winners. One will be local and one will be anywhere in the world, international, in the United States, whatever. And then for that contest, I'm gonna be DIYing something for them from scratch. I wanted to pick at least one international giveaway because at the end of the day, it's not just people from California that are my subscribers. You guys all around the world have been loving me and supporting me through all of my whole YouTube career. So to enter into this giveaway, all you have to do is send in a video of yourself mentioning why you would love to be one of the winners and I guess what it would mean to you and all that good stuff. Make sure the video is 1 minute or less, please, because there are lots of submissions. I'm actually still going through my TikTok submissions. I am so sorry. It's gonna take me a while. The closet raid has to be local though, because I obviously have to raid your closet and I'm not gonna drive across the country to raid a closet. Good luck to everyone who enters. Thank you guys so much again for 1 million. I love you guys so much. I wish I could give you all 1 million hugs and kisses, but I physically cannot do that. If you guys want to connect with me, all my socials are at the Nava Rose, except for TikTok, which is at the.navarose. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video.